What's going on, guys? It is Bernardo, and today is all about installing Manage Engine Op Manager Plus. So let's get right into it. Okay, so today is all about installing Op Manager, OP Manager. OP stands for Operation Manager Plus. So it's pretty simple. There are some requirements. I'm not going to go over all the requirements. I'm going to go over some of them. Manage Engine actually has a website that gives you a breakdown of everything. One of the key requirements is ports. You have to have a particular ports to be used within your Ops Manager Plus, as well as ports to be used to monitor. So you got to make sure your firewall has all these ports. You are able to create a GPO to push it out to all your machines for stuff to work properly. Now, for the operating system, I am running the following version, which is Windows Server 2025. 2025, which is version 24H2. This is the build number. I think you're also able to install it within 2019, 2016. So I decided to push out the latest and greatest one, and this is 2025. Now, on the desktop, I am going to right-click on the Start menu, and I am going to click on Run. I'm going to type in the following: / file share. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to double click on my miscellaneous network share folder, and I'm going to double click on the Op Manager Plus folder. Now, I already downloaded the exe file as well as the license. And the reason why I did that behind the scenes is because I am testing everything offline. This is my Proxmox lab, which has no internet. So I downloaded everything. I got the key. I got the license file. I dropped it into my Proxmox, and I dropped it inside my file share server. So those two files, I'm actually going to copy them and paste them into the desktop. And once the copying is done, you're going to see both files on the desktop. There you go. I am going to right-click on the exe file, and I'm going to select Run as an Administrator. You're going to get this. This is Server 2025. This is their thing. Smart screen can't be reached right now. And the reason for this is because I'm offline. That's the reason why I got this. We're going to click on Run. You're going to get the user account control. Let's click on Yes. It's going to launch this, installation in progress. And eventually you're going to get this. Give it some time. You're going to get this. So it's basically like next. It's a pretty simple installation. We are going to click Next on the wizard. We're going to click Yes for the license agreement. Now, the destination folder, by default, it is going to drop it on the C drive. A lot of the applications that you install always drops it inside the C drive. For me, I'm going to switch it up for this particular application. So I'm going to click on Browse. And within Browse, I'm going to select the O drive. The O drive is a partition that I created within this virtual machine, and I called it Ops Manager, right? And inside Ops Manager, I created two folders. So I'm going to click OK here. And the two folders that I created was Manage Engine, and inside Manage Engine, I created a folder called Op Manager. Now, the reason why I did this is because if I continue reviewing Manage Engine products, I'm going to drop it inside this particular drive. Got it? Now, I'm going to click Next. Now, port selection panel. By default, the HTTP port is going to be this. For the HTTPS, it's going to be this. And for the NetFlow port, it's going to be this. So you got to make sure that you either configure your firewall within your infrastructure to accept these ports, or you could do a GPO. I'd rather do it as a GPO because then you're able to push it out to all the machines, which is great. Let's click Next here. Fill this information out. Once you do that, click Next. And on the lower right-hand side, it is going to start installing. And eventually, you're going to get this. File extraction in progress. And then it's going to switch up to the following, localizing the product. And then it's going to switch to the following, configuring the port numbers. And then it's going to give you this. Now, you have two options. You could use the bundle product within the installation for the database, which this is what I'm going to do because I don't have like a lot of devices to monitor. But if you have a Microsoft SQL server, pick the second one. I would recommend the second option if you are managing, I would say, about 100 plus devices, right? And that's including your network devices and servers, virtual machines. Definitely do the second option. For me, I don't have a lot of machines, so I'm going to do the first option. So let's click next here. It's going to start configuring the configuration and give it some time. I would say go grab something to eat. When you come back, you're going to come back to this. Installation completed, which was great. I'm going to uncheck view README. I'm going to leave start server checked off. So click on finish. And it's going to start the Op Manager services. It takes a while. Eventually, what's going to happen, everything's going to close. And don't freak out or don't click on anything. Just give it some time. You're going to get this. Starting the services, initializing the database, and then it's going to start initializing the Op Manager module. This process does take some time. And the way that you know everything is done, it's going to load up the page. Bingo. It's going to autofill the username and the password. By default, it is admin. So just click on login. First thing that we need to do is change the password. So provide a password, confirm the password, and enter an email. And then click on update password. Now, as soon as you update the password, it's going to start this. This is a wizard. This is up to you. I am not going to do this. I'm going to do this in a later video and show you guys how to do everything manually. I don't like the wizard, so I'm going to close this out. Now, the first thing that I'm going to do is license the product. So at the very top, it says license will expire in 29 days. If you click on that, you're going to get a side menu and it's going to take you to this section. So we're going to click on browse. Now, before we click on browse, pay attention. Applying the register license will enable web access only in HTTPS. So as soon as you apply the license, services are going to restart and your HTTP is going to switch to HTTPS. So now let's click on browse and navigate to where you have your license file. I have it here on the desktop. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to click on open. Once you do that, click on register. You're going to get this. Now, this is a license type subscription, license to test. I'm just testing this stuff out. How many devices I'm able to test out? 1,000. So far, it picked up 11. So I got a lot of devices to test out. I'm definitely not going to use 1,000. That's just crazy. But again, if you have 1,000, this subscription will work out for you with no problem. You are able to scan the QR code to get an app within the Apple Store or the Google Play Store, and you're able to monitor your devices on the phone, which is pretty cool. We're going to exit out of here. As soon as you do that, you're going to get a nice little green banner at the top of the site, restarting Op Manager Plus service for the HTTPS changes to take effect. And then eventually you're going to get this, starting the services, and then it's going to start the Op Manager module. And then your page will blink or flash and give you this. So we are going to click on Advance. Then let's click on Continue to Temp. Now, Temp is the name of my server. So whatever you named your server, it's going to say that. So I'm going to click on that. Takes me here. It's going to automatically autofill my username and password and click on Login. And then bingo, we're good to go. I have about 23 days to continue testing this stuff out and push out more content for you. If you guys have anything that you want me to touch base, let me know and I will try to focus the next video on that rather than doing like the basic stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and I catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.